let's just accept I don't know anything about books unless they're a sequel. Okay, if we get that out of the road, we can move on. Hey guys, this is Eliza and welcome back to a new video. So today we'll be doing my May TBR. So let me just interrupt myself just here. I just wanted to do a little bit of an announcement for the readathon guide. So if you guys know, you may not, I run the Twitter account, the Instagram account, whatever you want to call it, the ultimate readathon guide, and it's basically I share all the readathons I can find for the upcoming month. So the May thread is up on Twitter and Instagram, so if you want to know all the readathons that are going on in May, go and check those out. I'll leave all the links down below. I also did a full blog post going more in depth about all the readathons and their challenges and giving you all the links and everything, so that I will leave linked down below as well. And you can always check out the readathon calendar. It is actually like a full calendar where you can see all the readathons set out by date, so I'll leave all of that down below if you want to check that out. There is some awesome readathons coming up. There's actually a fair few readathons coming up in May, so definitely go and check that one out down below if you are a readathon lover, because it will give you all the information. And if you know of any readathons that I don't have on the list for May, definitely let me know down below and I'll add them straight away. I'm not perfect, I can't find all of them, but there is a lot there, so all the links. This isn't necessarily a specific TBR. There is like 2 books on here that I need to read, but besides that, it's just whatever I feel like, but these are the ones that I think I feel like reading right now. So yeah, let's just jump into it. So first off, we have the Hobbit graphic novel. This is illustrated by David Wenzel. I bought this last month and I was really curious about it, and I've been really into graphic novels lately. There's a heap of them now on Scribd, so if you have Scribd, go check them out. There's no category or anything for them, but if you search like volume 1 in the search bar, it'll come up with graphic novels. Tip. And I got that tip off someone who figured that out on Facebook. I did not create that. But yeah, so I wanted to read some more of these, and I do have this one, and yeah, I want to read this one, and I really like The Hobbit, so it made sense. At least I know I'm gonna like the story, so it'll just be a fun quick read, I think. Next I have 2 books in the same series, and that is Ghostly Echoes and The Dire King by William Ritter. These are the 3rd and 4th books in the Jacoby series. I really loved Jacoby and Beastly Bones, the 2nd book, so I can't wait to get to these. I read Beastly Bones last month, and it just gets even more amazing with every book, so I'm hoping that continues in this one. These are like a paranormal fantasy mystery type thing. The first one, like Jacoby, was more of a mystery with a little bit of fantasy elements. The second one was definitely fantasy with a little bit of mystery elements. So I'm keen to see what happens next, because fantasy and mystery are my 2 favorite genres. So this series makes perfect sense. I can't wait to read these ones, and I hope to get to the next month. So next is a book that I will definitely be reading in May, and that is Wicked Saints by Emily A. Duncan. This is the book of the month for the YA book nerds, so I'll be reading it this month because that is our May book, and obviously I need to read it because I needed to make the discussion. I just want to make a little bit of an announcement while I'm here talking about the YA book nerds, and that is we are now on Twitter. So this month, like May, that is, this is April still. May, we will be still discussing Wicked Saints by Emily A. Duncan on Twitter and on the Facebook group, but in June and onwards, we will be discussing a different book on Facebook and on Twitter. So make sure if you are interested in joining the discussion for Wicked Saints or finding out what we're reading in future months, to check out the links down below. I will link the Facebook group and also the Twitter group. So, well, Twitter page, whatever. So yeah, make sure you go and follow those if you want to join our discussions. But I also have this on eARC, so I kind of need to get to it because obviously it's already out. So I'm behind on the reviewing situation. But yeah, I can't wait to read this one. I've been hearing kind of mixed things, so it makes me a little nervous, but I'm really interested, and this is like the most gorgeous book I have ever laid eyes on. Like, just, it's beautiful. I don't know what that accent was, but yeah, I'll definitely be reading this one in May, and I can't wait. I've been thinking about doing a reading vlog for this one and one other book where I like do full on just reading this and sharing all my thoughts as I'm going. So I've been thinking about doing that. if you would like to see that for this book, and I'll talk about the next one in a minute. Definitely let me know down below, because I've been keen to try to do one of those, but like what books do I do is my issue. So the next book on my TBR is Devouring Grey by Christine Lynn Herman. This is really reflective and it matches my hair, like the colors. Anyways, yeah, this one I honestly know nothing about, but I've been hearing everyone talking about it and it sounds really interesting. I know it's a YA fantasy and it looks pretty like dark. There's like a skull and stuff on the front and like a little like, looks like a gargoyle up the top here. So I don't really know what it's about, but it sounded interesting from the views that I've been hearing from people. I don't know, I don't read synopsises. I don't like knowing what things are about. So next we have King of Scars. Whoa, that's, yeah. King of Scars by Leigh Bardugo. Obviously, I'm pretty sure most people know what this one is, but this is a new series following Nikolai from Grisha. Is he from the Grisha one or from Six of Crows? I can't remember. I don't know how I'm going to feel about this book, and this is the other one I was thinking about doing a reading vlog for, because I have relatively mixed feelings about the two previous series. The Grisha I didn't 100% love, like it was fine. I hated the romance in that book. I'm sorry, I fucking hated it. And Six of Crows, I enjoyed at the time, but honestly, if you held a gun to my head and told me to tell you the plot of that book, I don't remember. I don't remember at all. It is like one of the most forgettable books I think I've ever read. I don't remember anything from Six of Crows or Crooked Kingdoms. Like nothing. I know there's Kaz, I know there's a Nej, and I know there's a character called Nina, and there's a heist. Honestly, it's like I never read it. But I want to read this one, and I do have it, and this is like a theme of beautiful books. Like, what is going on? Seriously, publishers are like stepping up their game with these covers lately. I'm not mad at it. But yeah, so this one is the one I was thinking about doing a reading vlog on as well, because I do have like mixed feelings going into this. So it might be interesting, but yeah, we'll see what happens. But I want to read this one this month. I know nothing about it. All I know is it's following Nikolai. That's it. Okay, next we have Enchante by Gita Trellis. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Yeah, this one I literally got in the mail today. Actually, I got Devouring Grey in the mail today as well. But I've been hearing pretty good things about this one. The cover is really pretty. I don't know anything about it. It says Love, Magic and Revolution on the top of it. Sounds interesting. Magic is a cheater's game and everyone who sees it wants to play. So yeah, this is a historical fantasy situation. It's YA. That's about all I know. And also, can we talk about these end pages? It is a map of Paris, isn't it? Yes, Paris. Like, ooh, is there a different one on the back? Hold on. No, it's the same one on the back. Like I said, publishers are stepping up their game. Like, I wish. And there's also a little indent of a building of some description. I don't know. It's probably something that's well known in Paris. I don't know what it is. I'm sorry. But yeah, so this is the next one on my TBR. Super curious about it. Don't know what's about. Story of my life. And the next three books are just e-arcs that I need to get my shit together and read. I've been hopeless lately, honestly, but I've been very much a mood reader lately, which I'm usually not as much, so I've been picking up what I feel like picking up, which I probably need considering I was in a pretty bad slump, you know, January and before that. So anyways, next book is Vevatira by Candace J. Thompson. I don't know anything. It's a YA fantasy, that's all I know. And on the top of the book it says, Taming the Magic Within is only the beginning. Next one is Light Years by Cass Morgan. This is by the author of The 100. I read The 100 and didn't mind it, but I loved the TV show of The 100. It was really good. So I don't know what to think about this one. I don't know, because the book, I think it was because I watched the TV show before the book that I wasn't like overly impressed with the book, because there was changes and I was so used to the TV show. But hopefully this one will be interesting. I haven't really heard anything about it, honestly. Like, no one's talking about it, so that could be, I don't know. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. And then the last one is Blood Heir by Emile Wenzao. Is that, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. And this one looks super interesting. Like, well, you'll see the cover here, but that cover is like really awesome. And again, I don't know anything about it. It's YA fantasy. That's That's all I know. So yeah, that is all the books that I have a tentative plan to read in May. We'll see what actually happens, and hopefully I'll get those 2 reading vlogs for Wicked Saints and King of Scars. So keep an eye out for those ones. I'm thinking about doing Wicked Saints first. And don't forget that my Facebook group, the YA Book Nerds, will be linked down below, and we are reading Wicked Saints in May. So yeah, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.